Valley of the Roaring Fork, Aspen, Colorado. Buttermilk Mountain, the location of this venue, one of the Power of Four here in Aspen, Colorado. DC here, joined by Tom Wallish, our expert, and then Jen Hudak out in the field with the sideline, reporting her finger on the pulse. And what a beautiful day we have for competition out here, Tom.
Absolutely amazing day. It's going to be an extreme competition. We've got so much to look forward to in this course, including Henrik Harlow, who's actually in the elimination round this year. He's the 11-time X Games medalist. 2018, he came out absolutely dominated, walking away with gold. Here he is just showing off the skills. In 2019, unfortunately, a couple bobbles kept him off the podium. That's why we're seeing him out here today in the elimination round. But a lot of other guys to look out for, including we've got Nick Gepper as well in the field, who is a 5-time medalist with 3 golds in this event. So these two guys, along with 5 other X Games gold medalists in the elimination round trying to qualify.
Well, here's your format, the way this is going to go down. We got 15 amazing athletes. This is going to be a 50-minute jam session. The top 5 will advance, so a tough cut there. And ranking based on overall impression, a new format we're working with out here in Aspen this year, Tom.
Yeah, I'm really interested to see how this goes. The new format, there's no scores. You don't need to be doing any math out there. It's all a leaderboard being ranked off every trick they do, every run they do, who's absolutely killing it today. And, I mean, a lot of people are going to be killing it. We got a huge field. Colby Stevenson just taking away gold last night in Knuckle Huck. Jesper Shatter out of Sweden. All sorts of talent from Andrew Rigetli, the owner of the quadruple cork. Gepper, who we talked about. Henrik Harlow as well, dropping last, who has so many gold medals that he doesn't know what to do with them all.
All right, we are ready to do this thing out here. We got Finn Billis out of New Zealand getting ready to drop first here in his 2nd X Games appearance. He was out here last year, and Finn Billis, the Kiwi, on course.
Yeah, fun guy to watch. Going for the rail. So the rail features this year, there's a lot of variety and a lot of transfer options. So you're going to be seeing a lot of these guys doing transfers from rail to rail. There's the big 450, 450 off. And just the 270 out of that one. So the new format is making it interesting. These guys have to land a lot of runs and a lot of variety. Here he is mirroring some double corks, a 10 into the 12, into this hit, the switch 9, so super smooth so far. And then this new feature, this final feature is the shark fin quarter pipe takeoff. Oh, little back seat there, but that's the double cork 1080. So instead of a money booter that we're used to seeing, we're seeing this quarter pipe feature at the bottom, which is super fun and just like a totally different look. There's the switch to backside 270. So super clean while not extremely technical, super clean throughout the run. Here's that double cork 10, so little hand drag, little deduction there, but overall impression, these guys are just going to be jamming out, slowly moving around on the leaderboard.
All right, next up, coming out of Calgary, Canada, Mark Hendrickson, just off the World Cup podium in Font-Romeu, France.
Oh, very technical move there with the double switch up, 270 out of that first transfer rail. There's the switch, 450 on. Mark is laying down some rail technicality. Oh, no!
Whoa.
Looks like he just caught up a bit on that rail feature, but here's the best part about this new format is where normally this would be a throwaway, he's dropping right back in, trying to do a couple jump tricks, because any trick here can help improve your position and the judge's overall impression mindset.
That's right, yeah, judges stressing on no throwaway runs this year. Jam format.
Yeah, every run gives you a chance to do a double cork off the last feature like that, and just give yourself at least some bonus points. While the judges want to see a full slopestyle run, they still want to see a lot of creativity and fun tricks. And look at this one. Double switch up all the way out of the end of that rail. Super stylish out of Mark. And then here's the switch 720. So a little bit of just a fun, easy trick for him there. I mean, the bobble on the rail, that makes the run not super good, but still, all those tricks at the bottom, all that gets counted into the judges' score.
All right, well, Mark, X Games rookie, and as well as this gentleman, Oliver Magnusson, coming out of Sweden on course for his first go.
Oh, big 450 pretzel 270. I love to see those pretzel maneuvers. There's the switch 450 270 out. So doing a bunch of 450 rotations, the switch 2, pretzel 2, a lot of variety there on the rail section for him. Into the switch right double cork. So with 4 jumps, you're going to be seeing a lot of these skiers trying to spin all 4 directions. Forward, left, right, and switch right, showcasing every one of their abilities. Oh, coming up, maybe missing the grab a hair on that one. Oh, there's the big double cork 900 out of that bottom quarter pipe feature. So really nice full run there for Oliver.
Yeah, Oliver Magnusson once again coming out of Sweden. X Games rookie, first time out here at the big dance. Looking at the replay, Tom, break it down.
Yeah, like this switch 4, if anything, coming off a hair early. And when there's 15 talented free skiers in the field, every little detail like that is going to have deductions, and it's going to stand out because they got to find only 5 athletes out of all 15 of these super talented guys to move on. So they're going to be nitpicking every little thing.
All right, well, another one of our 5 rookies here in this elimination round. This is Colin Wheely coming out of Switzerland.
Oh, very nice blindside transfer on that one into the 450 out. So smooth start for him. Oh, another nice trick there. 450 switch up to switch. Oh, and the switch 2 pretzel 2. So far clean through the rail section. Colin with the nice switch double cork 900. Oh, the right side bio, double bio, so flipping forward. Cork is going to be when they're flipping back, and bio or misty is when they're diving forward off the lip. So good variety of rotation. There's the big double cork, 720 on the final hit. Smooth, super smooth there out of Colin.
Yeah, the rookie out here in his first run here in this 50-minute jam format, and looking at the replay, I really like what Colin did here.
Yeah, take a look at this. I love the blindside transfer and then the 450 out. So a lot of the rail features have that transfer option. So they're not just consistent rails. They are jumping from one rail to the other, transferring from side to side, which adds a definite level of difficulty to all those rail maneuvers.
All right, next to drop here in the 8th X Games appearance, Jesper Schader coming out of Stockholm, Sweden.
This guy's always, I was just about to say, one to always watch out for on the rails. If you've ever followed him on Instagram or seen any of his videos,
yeah.
The backflip on, he didn't even lift a finger on that one. It couldn't have been easier. He is a rail powerhouse. So always fun to watch there. There's the big double flat spin 900. So haven't seen that one yet today. Into the switch left double cork. So even that bobble on the first rail, he's still impressing the judges with a big double backflip. Just like out here doing fun, interesting, and creative tricks just to showcase his skills for the judges, because it all leads to that overall impression format.
All right, well, the first look there at Jesper Schader. Best finish was in 2015, a 5th in bigger and a 5th in slopestyle last year.
Look at that backflip on 270 out with the hands at his sides. They might as well have been in his pocket for that run.
Make it look easy.
There's the double backflip. What person out there doesn't love to see a double backflip? I can't tell you.
All right, another rookie out here. One of 5 rookies out here in this Jeep slopestyle elimination round. Max Moffitt coming out of Calgary.
Another fun guy to watch. Yeah, X Games rookie. Saying hi to the mom there at the top. Let's see what he's got for us.
Fresh off that World Cup win at Sizeram in Italy just before, or I'm sorry, that was last year. This time last year.
Oh, first guy going for that rainbow rail feature up top with the 270 sort of pull back to switch. So super smooth here out of Max. I love the way he skis in between the jumps. Super stylish, big switch, double cork 9. There's the forward 1260. These jumps, now that there's 4 jumps this year, are all so close together. You have to be absolutely perfect in between to link all these tricks. The big double down the pipe 720. So very cool with that bottom feature being a quarter pipe feature. Different money booter tricks than we're used to. Look at that. I love how he does the 270 and then just holds it to switch. And there's that big down the pipe 720. Landing perfect, hands at the side, super smooth there.
All right, well, next up, this gentleman got a gold medal last night in the Knuckle Huck, competing against you and an X Games rookie, Colby Stevenson.
Very fun to ski with Colby last night in the Knuckle Huck event. This kid is on fire lately. He's been just any event he goes to, he's always one to watch out for. Big spin there The right side 4 continuing, and there the pretzel 630. So already a ton of rail technicality. There's the big switch double cork with the stale fish grab. Switch right side 1260, so spinning lots of different directions here. A big 1440, and then into this final jump, right side down the pipe, double 7. So spinning all 4 directions, switch left, right, and switch right. And wow, that's a full run for Colby. If anything, off that first rail a little early, but look at this one, the switch 2, pretzel 630 out. When I say pretzel, it's because they're stopping the rotation, spinning out in the opposite direction. It sort of contorts your body in a twisted motion, so pretzeling back.
All right, well, taking a look at the leaderboard, Colby Stevenson hopping on top here in this jam format. As we look to our next athlete getting ready to drop, Fabian Bosch getting ready to go here. 5 X Games appearances under his belt on course.
Yeah, so Colby just jumped to the top of that leaderboard. Oh, a nice front flip. Just something to watch out for as we go. Keep an eye on the leaderboard because it's going to continually update with the technicality and after each run. Pairs Fabian with the Misty flip out and that front flip. So many flips in this run so far. Something this guy is definitely known for. There's the right side 1260. So slowing down in between there into the switch right double Misty. So big run here for Fabian right off the bat. Oh, the big double cork 1440 off the bottom quarter pipe feature. On that one, he lays out and starts spinning like a top. There we look at this, the front flip. I love that. Adding, that's a feature that no one else is using.
Fabian Bosch, again, the overall impression, really utilizing the course to its maximum here. Looking great on the rail, but the air, we got to talk, of course, about his big air medals. He got a gold medal in 2016 as a rookie, and a big air silver out in Oslo in 2016 as well.
Yeah, big air specialist. Always one to watch out for, though, in slopes. He's talented on the jumps, but that run, he really stepped it up on his rail game, something I think he's been working on a lot.
All right, well, next up, Berk Ruud coming out of Norway, 2 X Games gold medals for big air, competing in 3 different disciplines, including SuperPipe, Tom.
Yeah, great variety here for Berk to be able to compete in SuperPipe, big air, and slopestyle. Here he is mirroring those 450s. So one to the left off a little early on that first rail, into the right side one off the second. And another guy we see doing that pretzel 6 out. There's the big switch 1260 to the right. Then the forward 1260 to the right. So 2 right side tricks to start it off. Look to see to the left side here. Switch left 12. So 3 1260s so far in this run. And there, the down the pipe 720 sort of cork flat spin-esque. So a lot of different directions of spinning. The judges want to see you spinning as many ways as possible to really showcase your ability to do it all. As well, they want to see corking and bios and a little bit of different types of rotations, and as well as much spinning as you can do. That adds to that level of technical difficulty. There's the 1260, gets the mute grab, good landing there. And if anything, what we're gonna kind of watch for in this last feature is who's going the highest. With the quarter pipe, that jump, you can choose how high up in the air you go. The higher you go, higher the amplitude score, the higher you're gonna place.
All right, well, Teal Harley rocking the t-shirt here on a beautiful sunny day in Aspen. 3rd X Games appearance, off a little early there on that first rail set.
Yeah, a little early there, but again, the benefit of this format is, yes, you're not looking for just one full run. You want to have a full run, but you also want to impress the judges with your overall prowess of the jumps, the rails, a little bit of everything. Oh, I love that double cork 900. Looks like he's gonna do a 1080 and able to stop it at 9. The only guy in the field doing that trick. There's the right side 1260. Oh, and another bobble. So normally it would be like, well, that's a throwaway run for him, but actually a couple of those jumps in there are still gonna count toward his overall score because the judges are taking everything into account. Here's that switch 2, and then instead of pretzeling, he's going for the backside 630 out.
And you got to ski the course already. That's a tall rail right there.
Very tall rail. A lot of those rails are very high off the ground, and if you're coming up short or coming off early, that drop time is pretty big, and they're just slipping out to the butt, so obviously not his best run, but a couple of those jumps in there were still impressive.
All right, next up, we got to see this guy race yesterday. This is Gus Kenworthy on course.
Oh, the backside 360 switch up and then pretzeling out. So Gus, super smooth, always a threat to be reckoned with. Oh, little early on the switch, 450, but that's okay, a little loose there. I mean, if that rail might be a bit sticky, a bunch of people have kind of been sticking up on that one. Nice switch, 1080. Into the switch, 1260, so mirroring those directions, left and right. Here's the forward left side with the tail grab all the way out on the end of the ski and then here into the quarter pipe. I expect Gus to really be doing well on that quarter pipe. He is a SuperPipe specialist as well, so that transitional feature, that last feature there with the quarter pipe, is something that he's very, very accustomed to.
And he'll be competing in SuperPipe, and as I was saying, raced yesterday in the Unified Special Olympics dual slalom, first ever time for that event for the skiers out here at X Games Aspen. And moving right along, I love the rapid fire of the jam format here. Andre Rigetli coming out of Flim, Switzerland, right next to Locks.
Yeah, no breaks in here. We're not waiting for scores. The judges are scoring as we go. So you know what that means for you guys out there watching at home is more action. Andre, so far, smooth through the rails, switch 270, pretzel 450. So smooth for him, and on the jumps is where he really excels. Right side 1260 on that first one. There's the switch left, double misty 1080. So holding that one to 1080 and then mirroring it to the right side double misty. Reaching to get over to this last quarter pipe hit, the double cork 1080. So a couple little bobbles, but a very, very smooth run there. He was actually almost smoother in the rails than some of the jumps where he usually is an absolute jump specialist. Look at this first switch up all the way to the end, pretzeling out of that rail. So consistent on the rails. Here he is on the bottom, quarter pipe, shark fin feature. Maybe going a little small, but able to get that double cork 1080 still around.
Andre Rigetli already with some medals out here in Aspen in 2018. He got a bronze for slopestyle, and now this guy's tasted some medal out here in Aspen. 5 total X Games medals, 3 slopestyle golds, 2 silver. This is Nick Gepper dropping in.
Something to talk about though, Nick, we talked to him earlier. He dislocated his shoulder in practice earlier this week, has it taped up, and is still out here absolutely sending it. Talk about a warrior. Right side 270, pretzel 450, so doesn't seem to be affecting him at all. He is still throwing down with authority. Switch double cork 10. Oh, and opening up on that one, I think he wanted to do the double misty, but having to open up just into the single switch misty. Onto the bottom feature. Big down the pipe, flat spin. Again, a couple of those rotations, maybe he was hoping to go for the double version, the double cork or the double flat, and having to open up. Here he is on the top rail feature. Blindside 360, switch up, transferring off a little bit early there. I mean, any of those little minute details, unfortunately, like this, letting go of the grab, opening up, because there's so much talent in the field, judges take all of that into consideration, trying to keep that top 5 that are moving on very, very precise.
All right, now out of Canada, Evan McCachran, 6 God on the course for his first look.
Blindside 3 switch up, pretzel 270, so a guy that's really talented on the rails, out of the east coast of Canada, learned on small hills, super dialed there on the pretzel 4. Loving this angle. You can really tell from the speed at which these guys are skiing this course. 1260 into the switch right side, 1440. I've seen him mirror this when we see the left side 1440. Into the 12, okay, so back to back 14 to 1260, a lot of spinning so far. And there's the big down the pipe double flat spin 7. So that quarter pipe feature at the bottom, we're seeing a ton of people do similar tricks. That down the pipe sort of double flat spin, double cork 7 seems to be a staple of almost everybody's run.
Great work on the rails. They're so talented at the rails. Had a great showing out at your event, the Steel City Showdown, just out in Seventh Springs last week.
He did. The same trick at the top is one he was training at that Steel City Showdown event that I've seen him dial in so well.
All right, well, the final skier to get his first look, this is Henrik Arlo, one of the most decorated athletes, 11 X Games medals.
Wow, the switch, 450 on that first rail. Everything super smooth so far. There's the 270 pretzel 450 there. So smooth through the rails for Henrik. Oh, big, stylish switch 900 with the double cork. Oh, and just a very, very consistent 1260 there with the mute. So playing it relatively safe. Usually we see Henrik doing some crazy, crazy tricks. Here he is, first guy to hit the bottom jump, switch. Wow! Switch double cork 1080. The first guy we've seen go off that quarter pipe shark fin feature backwards, which has got to be so hard to make that carve down at the bottom. Here's the switch 4 up top. I love this. Lands high on the rail, all the way to the end. Super stylish and controlled. Here he is coming off that bottom hit, switch. Wow, switch 1080. If anything, I gotta say, the switch 1080 off the bottom feature and the switch left 900 are both switch, spinning to the left, kind of the same trick. So I'm not sure if that's a little bit of a repeat or not, but.
All right, well, there you have it. We've seen all our guys go. We'll be right back with more action out here for the Jeep Men's Ski Slopestyle Elimination. All right, well, we've seen all our athletes have their first go out here on the course and seen some great action out here, Tom Wallish.
So much great action, and everybody seems to be loving it. What I can tell from the feedback is everybody's saying the course is tighter than usual. 4 jumps, so you got to be on it, but all these guys love having the opportunity to show off one more trick in their repertoire.
Yeah, and showing off they are in beautiful conditions out here. We've had snow this whole week in Aspen, and this is the first day the sun's come out.
Beautiful sunny day finally. The speed is finally good for all these athletes, so we're seeing an absolute throwdown today here in Ski Slope Elims.
Yeah, excited to get more action underway out here as we are ready to continue with the elimination round out here for the Jeep Men's Ski Slopestyle. And man, only 5 advancing through. What a tough cutout.
5 advancing, and the new format makes it really interesting. So you can't just do one really good run. You got to impress the entire event. So guys like Henrik, who are landing runs already, going to have a definite advantage going into the rest of this jam session.
And Henrik got his work cut out for him, competing in 3 disciplines this week. He qualified yesterday for Big Air, and he also competed with you last night in the first ever Knuckle Huck.
Yeah, the Knuckle Huck was fun, but I can't wait to see what goes down in slopestyle.
All right, well, more runs coming your way right out here for the Jeep Men's Ski Slopestyle Elimination Round. Well, welcome back here as we've already seen one run go down in this 50-minute jam session out here for the Jeep Men's Ski Slopestyle Elimination. And taking a look at the leaderboard right now, Colby Stevenson sitting in that top spot, Fabian Bolsch in second, Andre Rigetli in third, Evan McEachran in fourth, and Oliver Magnuson, the rookie, rounding out that top 5 that would advance, but we got plenty of time left. And sitting on the outside looking in, they really need some work out here. Teal Harley, Mark Hendrickson, another rookie, and Nick Gepper uncharacteristically sitting in that 13th place spot.
Yeah, the leaderboard, though, can change so quickly. So one run in, the jam session will continue, and whoever starts to up the ante, that leaderboard's going to be constantly changing, so keep your eyes up top at those top 6 positions, top 5 moving on.
All right, this is Finn Billis from New Zealand here in his second X Games appearance back on course. And but again, jam format, no throwaway runs, Tom.
No, we don't want to see him just bail on the rest of this run. Normally, we would maybe move on to the next athlete, but now we still get to see if he can throw down some good jump tricks to help his overall impression score with the judges. There's the double cork 1260 to the left. Switch right side, double cork 12 with the mute grab there. Big grab, big stomp into the bottom feature. There's the double cork 1080, so super smooth on that landing. Definitely an improvement on that landing from run number 1. Had that fall on the rail, but again, the jumps were good. Let's take another look at it.
Yeah, what went wrong here?
You know, I think he just got a little too complacent. He got a little too lazy on that landing and just tipping over, so definitely can clean that up. Oh, I love that mute grab. Absolutely tweaked. TJ Schiller-esque.
Nice reference. All right, next up, here in his rookie appearance, Mark Hendrickson, fresh off the top spot at the World Cup front remote over in France earlier this month.
Yeah, that result is what got him into this event, so an X Games rookie just got the call, and now he's out here in Aspen throwing down with everyone. Switch 450, so smooth through the rail so far. Oh, and just as I almost jinxed him there, I think. Spoke too soon, coming off that tall rail a bit early. There's the right side, 1260. The switch right side, 1080. So all these numbers I'm saying are degrees of rotations. That's the big, oh, I think he almost maybe wanted to go for a triple cork on that one. He set super hard. Oh, the big switch, 360 corked off that bottom jump. So a playful trick, showing off the style aspect of skiing for the judges.
Yeah, steezy indeed. All right, looking at the replay here for Mark Hendrickson.
All the way through this jump line. From above, you can get an angle on the size of these jumps. These are massive, and they're opening up. I'm not sure if you wanted to go for a little bit bigger, if you just set a little hard, and then look at this smooth, stylish, switch corked 360. So that's for the core ski fans out there, and for the judges, showing off a little style and technicality.
All right, another rookie here, Oliver Magnusson, coming out of Sweden.
Backside switch up, 270 out there on the first rail, nice and smooth. Switch 450, front side 270 out. There's the switch right side too, and again, coming off that rail, a hair early. Oh, and he is gonna opt to take maybe a little chill. There's just a cork 3 there. Oh, but there's the double 14. Cork 14. So going from a 360 one rotation to a 1440, which is 4 rotations. Carving over for the last quarter pipe. Oh, and just bobbling a bit on that landing. So down the pipe, double cork, 900 on that last quarter pipe, and just not quite putting the landing gear down.
All right, well, looking at the replay here for the rookie, Oliver Magnusson on the rails. Good work there, looking good.
Very smooth up top on that rail. It was that third rail feature, it came off a bit early, and here's the fall at the end. So down the pipe, double 9, and then just lands a bit short of his rotation and not able to hold on to that one.
Moving right along here with 28 minutes left on the clock of this jam format. Colby Stevens currently sitting in the top spot. Another rookie here, Colin Wheely, back on course.
Oh, a big super fed, we call that, with the 450 out on the top. There's the switch 450. We're going for a little tail tap style move there on that disaster down rail. And there's the 630 out of anything coming up a hair short on that rotation. A switch 900 into the forward 1260, so super smooth on that landing. Here's the switch double misty all the way to the bottom of that landing. Into the bottom feature here, going alley-oop spin with the Rodeo 900. So moving down that quarter pipe, but spinning back up the hill to the right. That's why we call that the alley-oop type spin. And here's that left side, 1260, very smooth on that landing. And I love this. Look how massive he goes on this switch double misty to the bottom. Talk about quad strength. He must have been in the gym this morning. There's the Bio 900 spinning sort of alley-oop style. Great run there.
All right, Jesper Schotter here in his 8th X Games appearance. Best finish once again, 5th in slopestyle last year when he was doing that switch flip onto the rail.
Yeah, that switch front flip last year was so fun to watch, but look at this back flip on right here. Let's see if he does it again.
Yeah.
Absolutely casual. Again, cat-like reflexes. Oh, and a front flip out of the flat rail. So many flips so far in this run for Jesper. He is a master on the rails. 1260 on the first jump. There's the switch 1440 on jump number 2. And the switch left side 9 there on jump 3. So look to spin to the left here and have all 4 directions of spinning with the left double flat 7. So all 4 directions, a couple big rotations, including that 1440. And we saw the back flip and the front flip. So I love that back flip, super casual. And then watch on this next rail, he sort of comes to a stop on the end of the rail and then whoop, pops a little front flip out. And if you haven't seen it, go online and watch the video of him doing a loop rail. It is absolutely crazy. There's the 720 at the end. So if anything, the first rail was a little sketchy, but that rest of that full run was very, very stylish.
All right, we got Max Moffitt coming out of Calgary. Getting ready to drop in here, another rookie. Big shout out to his mom. He was giving a shout out to his mom at the beginning of his last run. She works for Freestyle Ontario, and Here's Max with freestyling of his own.
Oh, very smooth there. A definite improvement from his first run, getting the 450 out of that rail. Switch to, switch up, back to switch. Oh, and there's the switch to blindside 270 out. Carving into that first one, very nice and controlled. Double cork, 1080 to the left. Mirroring it with the double cork to the right, going to 1260. Here he is, oh, tweaking that bow and arrow grab on that switch 900. And there, oh, the corkscrew 180. So it looked like he was gonna do a cork 3 and then stopping his momentum, pretzeling his body and landing all the way back at switch. Very cool, stylish maneuver there for Max.
All right, well, Max was currently sitting in 9th before this run went underway, but looking at the replays here, good go for Max here on his second run in this jam format. A little over halfway through this jam format with 24 minutes and 6 seconds left on the clock. And your current leader right now, Colby Stevenson, fresh off that Ski Knuckle Huck gold medal last night.
Very smooth there on the top rail feature with the 360 switch up, 270 pretzel out. There's a nice 1-footer backslide on that rainbow rail. A lot of spinning, so changing up his rail run a bit and just ad-libbing now the jumps. The big switch right side, double cork 9. There's the double cork 1260 to the left. Here's the switch, oh, left double cork. So totally changing up his run. The judges want to see variation, and he is giving that to them right there. There's the double flat spin 720. Wow, Colby Stevenson coming off that Knuckle Huck gold medal last night and coming out here with authority today in slopestyle.
Great work on the rainbow with that 270 on to backslide.
And here he is on the bottom jump, gets that Japan grab. You can tell the camera has to focus straight up into the air. That's how much amplitude he's getting off that shark fin feature.
All right, now Fabian Bosch won X Games Aspen 2016 Ski Big Air Gold as a rookie. Currently sitting in that second place spot.
Oh, double switch up. So just learning the transfer recently here in practice. And there he is, switch 450, 450 out. Not known as a rail specialist, but he seems to be pulling it all together here today. There's the switch 1260. It's the jumps that he's known for the flips, for the big double, triple, quad cork rotations. Let's see if he can finalize this run with a bunch of big jump moves. There's the switch double misty down into this bottom feature. Going for that double cork 1440 again. Absolute tornado spinning off that takeoff, wrapping it up all the way to 1440.
Yeah, Fabian looking good, and again, sitting in second right now, so comfortably in that top 5 that would advance on through to our finals. And take us through this replay, Tom. Fabian, like you said, having a good time out there, looking great on the rails.
Really good on the rails today. The 450, 450 out, and then that super fed. Here's that switch double misty. And again, I think this format lends to, if you have a good first run like Fabian and Colby did, coming out in a good mood and confidence is set, that second run gets that much easier. So those guys sitting comfortably in that 1 and 2 position.
All right, now we got Burke Rude with a couple Big Air gold medals under his belt, trying to get some slope style medals in, but he's got to qualify for finals first and get up in that top 5. Sitting in 8th currently.
Yeah, definitely looking for some improvement. Oh, 270 backslide, 270 out. There's the switch on, setting up for the big misty 450 out. So nice through the rails. The switch left side 1440. Into the switch right side 1260. So a lot of spinning so far for Burke. There's the double, oh, letting go of that grab. So any of those moves where you see them missing or letting go of the grab is definitely going to be a deduction. He was looking for that safety, had to let it go, sort of spin out of it. And the grabs in the sport is what keeps us different from the aerial skiing, anything like that. So judges want to see you grabbing your ski, adding a style element to all those technical aerial maneuvers. There's that backslide. Very, very cool, stylish maneuver there. And I love this. This is a Rodeo 7 on the bottom hit. So super smooth, coming around to forward, very clean. But again, that missed grab might have some deductions for him.
Now Canada's Teal Harley dropping in here. Again, loving the t-shirt out here. Beautiful sunny day here in Aspen, Colorado.
Definitely cleaning that up from the first run. I love how he's doing the 1 foot 50-50 on that first rail, adding some technical difficulty. No one else is doing that. There he is doing both way 450s, a right side into the left side. Oh, there's that double cork 900 we saw in run number 1. Only guy in the field doing that as well. Into the switch 1260 to the right. So lots of different directions of spinning. There's where he fell in run number 1 as well on that right side 1260. Definite improvement here and a big switch double cork 900. So the second guy we've seen hit that bottom shark fin feature switch, and Teal, that's definitely going to help out his score, his overall impression there. These 450s up top, he's got the right side clean with the backside 270 out into that left side one. Here's that 1260 to the right with the tail grab where he fell in run 1. And look at this huge switch double cork off the shark fin feature at the bottom. Wow. So keep an eye on that leaderboard. Look for names to be changing. We're not talking about it constantly, but they are changing. Keep your eyes up there, and you'll see people bump around based on how good each run is.
All right, next up, we got Gus Kenworthy. He's got 5 X Games medals, but the gold still eludes him.
Pretzel on that first rail. There's the switch 450 where he messed up in run 1, so definite improvement there. Super smooth on that switch right side 270 as well. Oh, there's the switch double cork to the right. Switch 1260 to the left. Into it, signature double cork 1080 with the tail grab there. Oh, double cork 12 gets it off the shark fin. He maybe came off that shark fin earlier than we've seen any athlete, so traveling farther, not necessarily as high, but maybe the furthest we've seen somebody travel down that shark fin feature.
And good to see Gus looking stoked out there, currently sitting outside of that top 5 that would advance through, but not a bad showing here.
Very good run there. That's, I think, gonna definitely move him up that leaderboard, and each run he'll continue to move up that leaderboard. Here's that bottom hit. Look, he takes off very far back on that shark fin, gets the grab on the right side 1260. He's a super pipe guy, so definitely a specialist there on that transitional feature.
U-Crab slid the hand all the way up to the nose. All right, Andre Regetley coming out of Flims, Switzerland, back on course.
360 switch up, blindside 270 out, smooth on the first rail. 450 pretzel 2, so killing it on the rail so far, Andre. Keeping it a little bit more stock on that switch 2, backside 270 out, but smooth and into the jumps. This is his forte. Changing it up a little bit. He's got the double cork 10 there. There's the left side 1260, so already ad-libbing from jump run number 1. The double misty left side switch into this bottom hit. The right side double cork 12. So very much changing it up. And another great run, sitting in that 3rd place, but with already a good run down, and now a second variation in the book. It's going to be hard for him to not be in that top 5.
Yeah, once again, 2018 was when he got that bronze medal for slopestyle out here in Aspen. So sitting in 3rd right now, top 5. That's who's going to advance to finals, trying to get back up on the podium this year, 2020.
Definitely is, and with runs like that and 2 good runs in a row, it is going to be hard for other athletes in this field to be bumping up into that top 3.
All right, Nick Gepper, 3 gold medals for slopestyle. Sitting on the outside, looking in. What's he gonna need to do here, Tom?
He needs to do a lot. Currently sitting in 15th, so in last place, but he had a couple bobbles in the run 1, but the good thing about this format is a great run here could bump him right back into the mix. Switch 270, pretzel 6, so major improvements already into the jumps. Here's the switch left side 1080 double cork. There's where he bailed on jump or run 1. He did the switch misty, not the switch double misty. He's doing a lot better. The triple cork 1440 on jump number 3 into this bottom feature. Double flat spin 900. So Nick gets a full pull. Major improvements there with the big triple cork on jump number 3.
Yeah, and you see the fist bump at the end there for Gepper. He's stoked on that one. Really stepping it up here on this run.
Major improvements. I'm going to go out on a limb and say that's definitely going to move him out of 15. Here's that triple cork 1440, holding the mute grab the whole run able to get that landing, cut over, and still do this left side double flat spin 900. So we saw him do a lesser version of that in jump run because he run one because he messed up the rails. But wow, absolutely sending.
And look at that Gepper hopping up in that top 5 from 15 to 5th with that run. And now it's Evan McEachern back on the course.
Just goes to show you this rapid fire format, anything can happen. Don't look away from your screen. It's going down. Big 450 pretzel 270. Oh, and there the 630 out. Smooth moves for Evan, who's currently sitting in 4th. There's the right side 1260 and switch right side 1080. So definitely ad-libbing his run as well. Totally different jumps. We're seeing so much variety out of these athletes now that we have this new jam format. Oh, the big double cork, absolutely laying it out on that last shark fin feature.
Yeah, well, Evan McEachern again, currently sitting in 4th, and that's gonna do him well there with another great run. 14 minutes left on the clock. Evan skiing really well.
Very smooth here. I love this 450, pretzel 270 there, and then super big with the switch right side 1080. Has to open up a bit on that one, and then this one coming in switch. Or let's take a look at the shark fin though. This is where he really lays it out. Grabs mute, and I love this. Just has to stretch and goes to the bottom, like 3 lines down that jump.
Alrighty, Dolo, Henrik Harlow, 11 X Games medals, currently sitting in 12th, Tom.
Yeah. Oh, there's the switch 450, holding it to switch. Switch right side 270 there, 270 out. Little bobble on this rail in run one. He's getting the pretzel on that, pretzel 2. Oh, and ad-libbing, he's got the double cork 900, super stylish maneuver there. Oh, Henrik, uncharacteristic there with Henrik going down, and jump number 2 there with the switch right side. He's looking for the 1080. Looks like he missed his rotation just a bit. Here he is gonna do a fun one here for us at the bottom. The rodeo 900, super stylish and clean. Nice run there out of Henrik on that bottom jump, but that switch right side, really, that bobble is gonna hurt him. Here's that 270. He's looking to do a big pretzel maneuver. I saw him in practice doing the pretzel 630, so here he is. He was supposed to go double cork on that one and just losing the rotation. I don't know if he missed his set, but he's gonna look for the next run to definitely make an improvement on that.
Getting lots of love from the people out there. Well, we've seen 2 runs go down already, but more action coming your way out here at the Jeep Men's Ski Slopestyle Elimination Round under beautiful sunny skies.
Hey everybody, it's Jen Hudak down here at Men's Ski Slopestyle. I have some very special guests alongside me, Colby Stevenson's mom and stepdad. And the story of this competition right now is that there are 5 rookies in this notoriously difficult field. And you guys watched him take a gold in Knuckle Huck last night, and now he's sitting in 1st. How are you feeling?
Well, I just have all these tingles of happiness for how hard he's worked to get here and how happy he is. You can tell by his big smile.
Right. What do you guys feed this kid? He's been on fire lately.
He really takes good care of his body. He works very hard. He's dedicated as heck, and he can ski just about anything on the mountain. You should see what he can do in a powder day.
Absolutely, and it looks like he knows how to ride a snowmobile. I watched his Ignite thing that came out recently.
He's got a new clip out. It's wonderful. You should check it out on YouTube. Ignite.
So awesome. Such a well-rounded skier. And did you guys get, what age was he when you first got him on skis?
He was 14 months old, and we were living at Lake Tahoe at the time, and I got all kinds of funny pictures of him. So he started young.
That's amazing. Well, now you know how to produce an X Games gold medalist. Thank you guys, and good luck for the rest of it.
Thanks, Jen. Appreciate it. We just wish him the best of luck, and hello to my whole family who's watching.
All right, well, we are back out here for the Jeep Men's Ski Slopestyle Elimination Round. We've already seen 2 great runs go down, and we got time for another one here with this jam format. And it's the top 5 that will advance out to our finals. Again, currently beautiful sunny skies out here at Buttermilk Mountain. And there's your standings right now. We got Colby Stevenson in that top spot, Fabian Bosch in second, Andre Rogetli in third, Evan McEachran in fourth, and Nick Gepper rounding out that top 5 that currently would advance through to finals, Tom. But we got some more time on the clock.
A lot more time on the clock, and Nick Gepper we just saw in run 2 make a major jump all the way from 15th up into 5th place with one very, very good run. So it's really still open to anybody if they can put down that major, major influence on the judges with tons of creativity, tons of technicality.
All right, well, here's the Kiwi Finn Billis in his second X Games appearance, currently sitting in 14th. Ooh, off a little early, but jam format, keep on going, Finn.
Still going, yeah. Switch 450 there, 270 out. So he had a crash on that rail earlier. There's the switch 270, blindside 270 out. The big left side double cork. Oh! Just going down. So with having 4 jump features this year, the course is so tight and so technical that if you don't land absolutely perfect, a bobble like that, almost you crash into the next lip. It's so tight, takes absolute perfection from all these guys, which is why when we see a full run of 4 double corks, maybe a triple cork in there, it is so, so impressive. Finn's still gonna have fun, still has a chance to improve on his score, showing off on this bottom feature here. Oh, the big alley-oop double rodeo 900. So a fun one there. I mean, the fall, unfortunately, is gonna definitely take precedent, but that bottom jump is still like a major, major fun jump trick to have. The judges still take it all into account. Here's that double cork 12 where he has the crash. Just comes up a bit short on the rotation and falls down, and you can see he slides almost onto the next lip. There's the alley-oop double flat, big grab, nice smooth landing. So fun one for the crowd to see there.
All right, now Mark Hendrickson currently sitting up in 15th, X Games rookie here with 11 minutes and 8 seconds left on the clock.
Doing the blindside 360 switch up, pretzel 2 out, maybe a hair early on that one, but smooth with the switch 270 there. Then the opposite direction, switch to backside 630. So coming into the jumps, he's got the right side 12, holding that onto that one. Switch right side 1080. Here he is, switch left, double cork 1260 with the nose grab, reaching all the way to the tip of that ski. And there's the big double cork 12. So very nice run there for Mark. I love that nose grab on jump number 3, reaching all the way to the tip of those Tom Wallish Pro line skis.
Straight flexing on them, solid skis.
Here's that first rail where we thought maybe a hair early. Actually looks pretty good in replay. Gets to the end of that. Here's that switch right side, and it's that next jump where he does that big switch left double cork 12 with the nose. Oh, and here's the Japan grab on that bottom one. Super smooth on this landing, no hands down, absolute going massive. So good to see Mark put a big one down.
All right, Oliver Magnuson, another one of our 5 rookies here in this elimination round, sitting in 11th.
Oh, very clean there with the 450 pretzel 270 on that first rail. Hands absolutely at his side. Switch 4 270 out. So smooth through the rail so far. Only getting the 270, might have been looking for a bit more out of that one. Starting off the jump, switch double cork 900. Here's the big double cork 1440 with the tail grab. Into the right side double cork 1440, going for the other tail grab. Into the bottom shark fin feature with the big double cork 900. So back-to-back 1440s there in the middle. Very, very technical jump run there for Oliver.
Yeah, Oliver Magnuson currently sitting in 12th, but a good run like that.
I love this. Look at his hands. Absolutely at the side. Very clean, little after bang on that landing. Here's that right side 1440. Missing that grab a hair. He gets it on the left side. A little bit of a whiff on that right side 1440, but still, huge run with that 900 at the end off the shark fin.
All right, now Colin Willey, he was in the top 5, got bumped out, now sitting in 8th.
Front switch up, front side 270 out. there's the switch, 630, and then holding it to forward. 270, frontside 270 out for Colin. Coming into this jump, let's see what he's got on the jumps. The switch, 1260 to the right to start with the safety grab. Oh, there's that double bio. Oh, little bit of a backslip there on that double bio 1080. Oh, and a backflip though. You gotta love to see that. What's he gonna do on this bottom jump for us? Oh, the big double flat 720. So that backslap on that double 1080 bio, I think that's definitely gonna hurt him. Sitting in 8th, it's gonna be tough for him to move much up that leaderboard to get into that top 5. That was very smooth. The switch 6 with that pull back to forward. And here, this is super stylish at the end with the double 720, hands behind his back.
All right, our next athlete dropping in here, Jesper Shatter, currently sitting in 14th. Needs something big to get up into that top 5 to advance on through to finals.
Changing it up on that first rail, so doing something that he knows he can get, very clean, not seeing the backflip on there. So again, a lot of ad-libbing, doing some technical rail moves. So he's shown the judges he can do the flips. Now he's showing them he can do the spins and the pretzels. There's the right side double cork 1260. Here's the switch right side. Oh, double cork 1080. And unfortunately with that in his current rank at 14th, that's gonna be very hard for him to move up into that top 5. Fun one here at the end, just that flat spin, 3, grabbing Japan. And Jesper, I mean, I love watching him. Those flips that we were seeing are so fun. Here he is going frontside switch up, blind side, 630 out. So very, very technical on the rails that time. Instead of doing his smooth, calculated flips, he was going more for the technical rail spins.
Now this is Calgary, Canada's Max Moffat, X Games rookie, currently sitting in 9th, so something good here could get him up into that top 5. It's Nick Gepper sitting in that bubble spot, that 5th place spot. Gus Kenworthy just on the outside, looking in, sitting in 6th.
Yeah, and Nick had that one really good run, so one really, really good run here from any of these guys could still bump him into that top 5. Switch on, blindside 270 out of that rainbow. 270, frontside 630, clean for the rails for Max. Nice switch, double cork 900 to the right. Carving, double cork 1080 to the left. Now, so he's switching this run up. That's the right side 1440, different than we've seen in the other runs. Into this big cork 180 on the last jump. Very smooth for Max there. I love that last trick. I mean, only guy in the field doing a 180, so only half a degree of rotation, but getting corked on that makes that so technically difficult. There's that blindside 270 out of the rainbow. And look at this, upside down, tweaks, twists the body, holds his feet back to switch. No one else doing that out in the field today.
Reminiscent of Alex Hall in the Big Air Elimination yesterday, who unfortunately didn't qualify through, but we will be seeing him defend his title here in the Slopestyle Finals.
Yeah,
now Colby Stevenson, who's been holding on to the top spot ever since he dropped in after his first run.
Ever since run 1, he has been dominant. There, switching up on the first rail, doing just a blindside switch up pretzel too. So a little bit of a different run from Colby. And I mean, sitting in first, the pressure has got to be off of him right now. There's the double cork 1080 to the right, a little bit of a mort there. Diving forward a bit, left side at 1260 with the tail grab. Right side switch 1080, so gonna hit this last feature switch. Switch, double cork 1080 on the sharp bit, and then has to sort of revert around, but still, I mean, stable on his feet, landing every single run we've seen today.
Yeah, solid work on his campaign to get into the finals, and no rookie has ever won Slopestyle Gold 19 events ever since Aspen 2002.
Wow. Colby with the switch right side, 1080 there. So totally ad-libbing that round, but sitting in first comfortably for him.
All right, Fabian Bosch currently sitting in second. He's been killing it today, Tom.
Killing it today, yeah. Unprecedented rail skills today out of Fabian. He's actually been lighting these rail features up and continues to do so, including that front flip into that 450. Absolutely fluid through here. Sitting in second, he's definitely comfortable right now. Switch, 1260 to the left with the Japan grab. Oh, and going right side triple. Oh. So absolutely going for broke here in run number 3 with the right side triple cork 1620. That's 4.5 rotations on a triple cork.
That's a lot going on right there.
A lot of numbers, a lot of calculations going on. The one thing we're not calculating is scores anymore. It's just a leaderboard. Don't worry yourself with a 90 or an 80 or what you need. You just need to beat whoever's in front of you. You need to beat. Nick is currently in 5th, so if anybody else dropping wants to get into the finals, you need to do better than Nick has been doing today. It's overall impression, not just a better run, but a better overall impression, showcasing all of your skills, tons of variety, tons of amplitude, and technical prowess.
Looking at the clock there, just under 3 minutes left out here in this Jeep Men's Ski Slopestyle Elimination Round jam format. And next up, Burke Rude getting ready to drop into X Games medals, both of those gold, both of them for Big Air. You know he wants to get up on the podium in slopestyle too, Tom.
Definitely. Recently got a slopestyle victory in Europe on the World Cup Tour. So, going for a 360 switch up there, the first front side 360 switch up we've seen. So Burke, definitely a guy to watch out for, obviously in Big Air. He's proven he can win there. Can he win in slopestyle? The misty flip out on that tall rail. There's the switch, right side 1260 into the forward right side 1260. So expect some left side rotations on this. Switch double misty to the left, 1260. And into the bottom jump, the double 900 with the mute grab. So very clean through the jumps there for Burke. If anything, off of that first rail, a hair early, but this one, I love this. The 1 foot backslide. So 2.7 backslide, 1 foot out, and then this tall rail going with the switch on, misty out. So smooth through most of the rails and into the jumps. This with the mute grab, grabbing mute and laying out, having to open up a bit there. He's got the bumblebee look with the black and yellow going. Yeah,
and you know our gold medalist from Big Air last year, he wants to get up there for slopestyle, get into the finals, competing in SuperPipe as well. What a crazy story that Burke's got going on. All right, Teal Harley here.
Oh, there's that 50-50 again into the K-Fed. Populated, that name came from Tyler Barnes, calling that trick the K-Fed because it was so popular years past. Here's Teal with the 450, 270 out. Switching it up, so right side 1260 on the first jump where we normally saw that left side 900. There's the switch right 14. Oh, and again, I can't talk about how tight these jumps are enough. If you have a bobble like that, you can't hit that next jump. You have to be perfect on your landings in order to make it into that next feature. Oh, and a big double on that last jump all the way to forward, absolutely boosting Teal.
Well, Teal Harley sitting in 7th currently before he dropped in for this run.
There's the switch right side 14, so just coming up a hair short. And again, he lands that jump, but if it's not perfect, you're not able to make that next feature. Here he is with the alley-oop, grabbing safety, spinning double rodeo and around to forward. So hard to land that trick to forward from that high of amplitude.
All right, now Gus Kenworthy dropping in here. As time ticks down.
450 out of that top rail, and I just noticed Burke Rude bumping up into 5th, so Nick Gepper is in the 6th place spot now.
Gus will have a chance to answer back.
Gus coming off a hair early, but there's a nice blindside switch up on that one. Carving, double cork 14. Oh. Gus going down, that's a big trick for that first jump. The 1440 is a ton of rotation for the size of that first jump there. So Gus on the outside looking in, it's probably not gonna be his day. Sitting in 7th, he had a big chance there on this final run to put like a smooth run down that could get him up into that top 5. And it looks like he's just gonna ski off course and try to recollect himself.
Well, 4 guys left to go. Now we got Andre Rigettli sitting in third right now, so sitting in a comfortable position.
Yeah, pressure's kind of off for him, but again, anybody outside looking in that's left to go has a chance to drop a very, very impressive run and totally wow the judges and get into that top 5. So taking no chances, he's still trying to throw down on this third run.
2 left on the outside looking in, Nick Gepper in 6th, and then Henrik Harlow, who will be dropping last.
Oh, the double cork 16-20, so drastically improving the technical difficulty with this run. Into the switch double Misty to the bottom feature here with the right side double cork 12. So wow, the 16-20 there in the middle. Massive spin out of Andre. All 3 runs today, smooth and consistent. There he is, look at him tweaking the grab. A little bit on the toxic side, but that big 16-20, absolutely impressing the judges. Right side 12 there at the bottom, no hands down, so smooth.
There's a look at Burke Rude, who's currently sitting on the bubble.
Crossing his fingers, waiting for these next couple athletes to drop in to see if he can hold on to that bubble spot, because this guy was in the bubble spot and is now on the outside looking in.
This got bumped out. Now here's his answer back. What's he got for us? Nick Gepper dropping in 3 slopestyle gold medalists, or gold medals under his belt already.
Backside switch up, front side 270 out. A little switch 3 there, showing off some style and creativity. The switch 4. Switch 270, pretzel 630, so clean except for that top rail. Little bobble, maybe off a little early. There's the switch 1080 with the tail grab into the switch left 900. Here's where we saw the triple on run number 2. Will we see it again? Seeing the left side spin, so totally changing up the run, showing the judges some variety. And there's that big double flat spin 900.
Okay.
Stoked for Nick. Very, very smooth there. A little bobble up top, but very clean through the jumps.
Okay, so Nick got bumped out. Was in the top 5, sitting in 5th. Got bumped out to 6. Wanted to get back on the inside. And here's his answer back. And what an answer that was there.
What an answer. Look at this big double flat spin 900. Stomping, and you can tell he's stoked. A fist bump right there at the landing. So we're going to have to see what the judges think. Keep an eye on that leaderboard, and we'll see if Nick Gepper moves up above Burke or into one of those top positions or stays where he is. Just keep an eye up top.
All right, well, 2 left to go here. Colby Stevenson sitting in the top spot. Andre Getley in 2nd, Fabian Bosch in 3rd. They're comfortable. And Evan McEachran sitting in 5th now. As we see, Gepper did get back up in there, sitting in 4th. And unfortunately, that bumps Burke Rude out.
Okay, so Evan McEachran now sitting in that bubble spot and having a bobble there on that rail. Very technical on the first rail, bobbling on the second, but here he's still gonna try to impress us all on the jumps, including the judges. Still totally enough time in this run to show off. There's the right side 12, into this jump switch. Left side, double cork 1260, a little bit, looks like a safety grab. There he is with the big double flat 720. So getting the full run except for that rail number 3 feature, but he's on the bubble, and we've got Henrik Harlow to drop last, who is not in as of yet, so I would not feel safe if I was Evan.
Yeah, 1 guy left to go here, and it's Henrik Harlow, 11-time X Games medalist. 2 of those medals are in slopestyle, a gold and a silver. So Evan definitely could be sweating it out as we see our last guy getting ready to drop here. Idolo on the outside looking in, needs something big here.
Currently sitting in 13th, so hasn't quite been Henrik's day so far, but again, we've seen this throughout the day. 1 absolutely killer run, definitely has the chance to put him into the top 5. Here's the switch 5, switch 450, pretzel 270, so a little early, but still, maybe the most technical rail maneuver we've seen on that first rail feature all day. Switch right side, backside 450 out, into the jumps. There's the switch 900 with the mute grab. Into the double cork 12. Oh no! Henrik going down uncharacteristically on the double cork 12. That is a signature trick for him. Not to say simple, because he's doing a 1260, but he lands those almost every time, just losing a ski on that one. And I mean, without being able to land a full run there, I think it's going to help Evan be safe. Of course, all the results you're looking at, these are unofficial. The judges are going to talk about everything first, all the way through like 8th or 10th to make sure they have the top 5 correct. They want to know which 5 athletes in this field of 15 killed it all today. Like, who did the best, who deserves to be in finals based off overall impression. So we have 5, you're seeing that leaderboard, but it's unofficial till we get the official word.
We shall see who are going to be the top 5 officially that will advance to our finals. And there you have it, the results coming in, and it's gonna be Evan McCachran staying in that 5th place spot, Nick Gepper in 4th, Fabian Bosch in 3rd, Andre Rigetli in 2nd, and your top qualifier, X Games rookie, Colby Stevenson, who last night getting that gold medal in Knuckle Huck. How much do you think that gold medal last night set the tone for today for Colby?
I think that set the tone a lot. As well, he landed his first run. A lot of those guys in the top 3 landed their first run, and you have that confidence to go through the rest of the jam session with 1 run already in the books. Definitely alleviates and absolutely killing it. I love to see Evan grabbing that last spot into finals like he grabbed the last chicken finger at the table.
Hey guys, I'm down here with Nick Gepper, who was on the outside looking in before his last run, dislocated his shoulder in Wednesday's practice, and pulled off an epic final run to slip into 4th. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling totally relieved. It's been a hectic 48 hours. I dislocated my shoulder a couple days ago, and I got the clear from the doc, and I figured, I mean, if it's not going to get any worse, I might as well keep fighting.
Absolutely. Well, you put on an amazing show. What are you thinking moving into finals?
I'm thinking I'm going to keep a similar strategy. It's going to be nice and sunny tomorrow. It's going to be a great show, and just go big.
Love it. Well, congratulations, and thanks, Nick. Back to you guys.
Right on. Well, thank you very much, here, Jen Hudak, talking to Nick Gepper down there. I was there when he dislocated that shoulder. What a tough cookie, man. He just had it pop back in. Well, there you have it, the start list for the final, and what a final it's going to be out here, Tom Wallish.
Going to be very fun. You got to look for the 3 guys that were on the podium last year getting added to the field. Ferdinand Dahl, Alex Ballou-Marchand, and Alex Hall. So we didn't see them today, but major impact players to look out for in the final tomorrow. Please come back and tune in.
That's right, 2:30 p.m. Eastern time. Make sure you guys tune in. It's going to be a good time out here, but what a great competition it was out here for the Jeep Men's Ski Slopestyle Elimination.
Absolutely beautiful day here in Aspen. Jasper with the big backflip on. So amazing day, a lot of free ski action, a lot more on the docket coming up.
That's right, final stage is set out here for the Jeep Men's Slopestyle here at X Games Aspen 2020. Happy X Games, everybody. We love you.